welcome everybody back to another stream. I'm your SimCFI and I really appreciate all you guys stopping by. Today we're in the CRJ900. We're going to be going from Toronto to Detroit. We're using Fly Tampa's Toronto, using IndyBuild's Detroit, and depending on time, we might have time for the turnaround, but most likely not, as girlfriend gets home and she likes Fortnite time before she has to go to sleep. So probably be doing Fortnite today, but we'll have enough time for the first flight. I would like to say thank you to all you guys jumping into the previous stream today. We did a 777 flight from Singapore to Jakarta. It was a nice stream, nice landing into Jakarta, beautiful approach. So thank you all guys for watching that. And I want to say thank you to all the channel partners. You guys can see them at the top right corner of your screen and also in the channel description down below for any discount codes you guys might like. They're all down there. Tobii Eye Tracker and whatsoever, they're all down there. So thank you all for that as well. We're gonna get this show on the road pretty quickly. Sun Express has an apology. Don't worry about it, bro. I didn't get hurt by it at all. Adam, hello, welcome. Night Shadow, hello. Thank you for stopping by. And yeah, so we're in the beautiful RJ. Let's get going. We are on VATS and we're Jazz 775 today. Toronto Center is online with the Toronto ATIS as well. We're gonna go ahead and get everything started. So we'll get the iPad up and running. We'll go ahead and get the ground power connected. Gonna come over here into the overhead panel, just making sure everything is kind of the way we like it. The gears down, the handles are all pushed in, thrust levers are cut off, flaps match the position outside. Our ADG and manual deploy are stowed, and their emergency flap is also in the normal position as well. Parking brake is set. Battery master on. Click over the electric page, page 2. You got the 22 volts minimum voltage there. We can go ahead and select the ground power on. Cancel all those out, and we have the external power running, as you guys can see now as well, so everything is running properly. We'll grab the navigation lights on. We'll go down here and select our IRSs both to the nav position. We'll go ahead and align or initialize our INS. So first off, we're going to click index FMS control, make sure it's magnetic and synced, index position initialization, and whoops, index visualization action. Next page. They're simulating these, take a while to load up. We're just going to click it, it loads. We're going to put it in there. And we will do an IRS alignment. Now it's been done. We've checked our oxygen mask. We'll say that's all checked. We'll check the breakers. We'll say the jerk breakers are all checked as well. Over here on the overhead panel, nothing to do really up here. Although the AP gen technically should be in the off position right now. DC service stays off. Everything else here is great. FireX test. We got the test okay. All the warning lights, and you would have had the warning lights down here as well. We'll say those have all been completed. SOVs are all shut off, or actually not shut off because they're deselected, and all their lighting is good there as well. Fuel panel is set correctly. Bleed panel is all set correctly, leaving an auto mode and a normal mode on the anti-ice crossfeed. APU is off. All the ignitions are off. Hydraulics, we can go ahead and test all the hydraulics here. Quantities are good. Pressurization's good, and temperatures are all good at the top as well. And we can select them back all to the forward position. And they depressurize a little quicker than they do in real world. But our 3A pump is standing strong and all good as well. So we go back to off on that. So auto, off, off. Sorry, auto, off, auto, auto. Over at top right panel, our pressurization handle is set for the time being. We're not going to do anything with just yet. Air conditioning, our recirculation fan can go on. Packs are off, and everything else is preset to the way we like it. I'll just preset a random temperature there. Should be around the 22s area. Anti-ice, we can throw the cowl on and press the anti-ice test. Go back to the status page. We got the ADS heat test okay. Right and left cowl anti-ice on as well. Windshield heats can go to low. Probes will stay off. Lighting is all good. No smoking sign goes on. Seatbelts stay off. Emergency lights go armed. Walking across the glare shield, everything is the way we like it. We'll do a stall test. So the stall test, we'll get this 3A pump hydraulic pressure, stab 1 and 2 on, Mach trim on, and stall test. And stall test. Continuous ignition turns on. The stall test begins and completes. We'll do the Egyptwit test by clicking once. And the sounds are a little broken because of Boris. So you would be hearing the, terrain, pull up, wind shear, all that kind of stuff. Go ahead and grab the 3A pump back off. We'll test the CVR. It's all good. We'll look at our associated messages here. This is all associated with what the condition of the airplane is right now. We do have a second page. We can click cast to go over to the second page there. And we're all good on that page as well. SAM instruments are all set for the time being. That's all fine. Down here, we can turn the anti-skid off. We get the 2 anti-skid inboard, outboard. That test is completed. We can turn that back on. MLG overheat, we can turn that on. You should hear gear bay overheat. Perfect. Get the main landing gear overheat and the master warning as well. Turn that off. We get the overheat warning fail. And we get the overheat warning fail message there as well. So that is all working. Sync and N1. We don't have to touch any of this. Don't have to touch any of these. These all say deselected. Our pitch and roll are still nice and stowed. Spoilers are stowed. Our auto ground lift dumping system is automatic, which basically means it's going to arm the spoilers are going to deploy once you land automatically. Going to arm the reverse thrusters. Flaps are still 0. Radials we'll get to later. Standby radio can get selected on. Not really going to need it. Stab trim, mock trim already been selected. And last would be the yaw damper. Our IRSs are aligned, so yaw damper 1, yaw damper 2, and that is the preliminary all setup completed. We're going to turn off the flight director because that should not be on at this point. Let's go ahead and get the iPad all figured out. We're going to press flight plan, import OFP. We're going to set the payload and the fuel, and we're going to make sure that it's done here in the performance section as well. Enter set payload and simulator. So it's all been set and ready to go. I just wanted to say sorry for what I said earlier. I was annoyed that took it out in some dumb way that wasn't fair to you. The comment about the gym was unnecessary and disrespectful. It's all good, Ian. It's or not your name, Ian, but it's all good. It's unexpressed. Don't worry about it. I didn't take any effect to it. Dirty Casper, hello. Are you still redoing the CRJ tutorials again? We are. We are. Eagle Sky, hello. Welcome. Thanks so much for stopping by. Dirty Casper, by the way, I plan on filming it either tonight or tomorrow and then editing it. Bit editing shouldn't take too long, so it'll come out basically as soon as it's been edited. Night Shadow, can you please give me a list of equipment that you're using for the flight? For this flight? Yeah, so list of equipment. We're using, I'll turn the camera on. You guys can see a couple of them. We're using the Moza AY210 yoke right here. We're using the Pro Desk Sim CRJ throttle quadrant here, which you guys can save some money on in the description. If you guys go look at the description, look for code CFI, you'll save some money on the Pro Desk Sim CRJ pack. We're using the Wing Control PAP 3 right here, which is for autopilot. And then we're using the Wing Control rudder pedals, the Airbus rudder pedals they have for rudders. And that is what we are using today. Set that camera up a little bit more. There we go. Now I'll turn that off. Now, I do have a PuAir Korea CDU for the FMC, but I don't use those as much as it doesn't work while I stream. Click flight plan. We'll type in Toronto, and it'll be going to KDTW. We'll execute that. Oh, well, come on. Is GSX in the way? Move that over there. We're flight 775, and our very first waypoint is Goose, which is GGUCE. We'll execute that. At previous page, our alternate airport is Cleveland. And now departure arrival. Once all your waypoints have entered in, I only have one. So now that the waypoints are entered in, I will select the SID and our departure or star as well. So we'll be doing the on-call 5, the Top Gun 2 arrival. We're probably departing runway 23 today, or 24, right? So we'll see what happens. Actually, Toronto just got offline, as they always do when I come here. So we'll choose runway 23. That's actually no, we'll choose 24 right. A little closer to where we are. Next page, 24 right. We'll execute that. Departure, arrival. We're doing the Top Gun 2. And that's going to be via Goose. We'll execute that. We'll pick the approach later on. We'll click flight plan, perf in it. Going up to flight level, they call us 260. In real life, we usually go 220. And alternate cruise to Cleveland is going to be 17,000. We're loaded up with 7580 of fuel. Now in real life we don't put the actual complete total number of fuel, as there's a bit of an EPU discrepancy with this, but I'll explain those in the tutorial. But in Simland I just put whatever it says and call it good. Zero fuel weight of 65,225. Brings you a gross takeoff of, or a gross weight currently of 72.8, probably a gross takeoff of 72.4. Alrighty, so ice deviation is a 5-degree ice deviation. And on the winds, we're going to have minus 31, minus 36, minus 43. Execute all that. Next page. Time of departure roughly will be 23:05. And the reserve fuel is going to be 1691. Execute that. Taxi fuel of 400 is more than fine for us today. Flex temp probably be 45, but I'll go ahead and check the iPad here. Takeoff and landing, 46. Yeah, we're close enough. 46. VNAV, next page, our cruise speed is going to be 280.68. Execute that. Next page, 4-degree on the path is fine. Radio page, auto, no squawk. And technically that would say JZA775 in there. Flight plan, copy active. We're flying from the right-hand side, so we'll have VNAV on that side and on the captain's side. And we'll click flight plan, copy active for that person as well. Legs page. And that is all set up. We're going to set up our PFD now. So taking off on call 5, the restriction is 5,000 feet. So I'll go ahead and set 5,000 feet. 24 right, heading a 237. 237 is set. We'll set our speeds in just a second. We will set our MDA. And it'll be 1570 here in Toronto. And this is a level off or acceleration height for us. So when we hit that, we're going to start nosing over and accelerating our speed. And we'll press B for the altimeter. And we're going to set our speed. So we'll go to the iPad. We'll press this button here. Flap 8, it's dry. Set all. And you can see all our speeds have been set up and ready to go there as well. Other than that, we're ready to go. We're just waiting on people, waiting on bags. And we have been pre-flighted and all ready to go. There's even fingerprints in the PFD. Yeah, this is the Hughes Texture Mod CRJ livery for Air Canada Express. It's pretty decent. I like it a lot. Actually, fun fact, a lot of the stuff in here is modeled after pictures I've sent him. So the parking brake, the throttles, IRS switches, and the yoke are all things that I've sent him, how they should look. Star the AvGeek, welcome. How you doing, boss? I'm doing good. Hope you're doing well, my friend. Thanks for stopping by. You should fly the ERJ for MSFS 24. We all know you love the ERJ. Never. I'm never flying that thing. I'm debating whether I should get on Detroit Approach to fly to Detroit with you. Ooh. You do whatever your heart desires, man. You do whatever your heart desires. Brooks, start off fly DTW if I get on, but I'm in a flight right now. No worries, Brooks. No worries about that. I'll probably get on Detroit. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. We'll see you there. Nice Shadow says, when considering purchasing the PU, does it work when not streaming? Yes, it works flawlessly while not streaming. It's just while streaming, the recording software gets confused with the other HDMI port for the CDU that's required. Sorry, sir, how you get that dirty version of CRJ, please? Look at just go to flightsim.to, and you're going to look up Microsoft Flight Sim 2024 CRJ liveries, and basically the one that has the Air Canada one it'll be made by Hughes, and the Hughes texture mod will have all the dirt and grime and all that kind of stuff on it. We'll go ahead and set our clock here, ET, and GPS. So we got the flight director. Oh, not that one. Turn that off. Oh no, I think I broke it. There we go. We're good. We're good. We're good. We have the flight director right. The clock is 0 to White Needles course of 237 with a heading of 237 set. Level off 1570. Alt cell 5000. Nav 12's autos. We're squawking 2000. No flight ID. The HP is not going to be set because I'm not going to set that at all, as I'm not going to use the HUD, and it doesn't really work in the sim anyways. So that's all it. Departure briefing wise, we're doing runway 24 right. It'll be a flat bait. Flex rolling bleeds open. The anti-ice ignition is not required either. And the noise, actually we'll talk about noise in a second, but yeah, the anti-ice ignition is not required. Min-vis is VFR. Visibility is great for this departure. It calls for a heading of 237,000 feet, right turn left turn 2 degrees of 235, then your vectored first waypoint is mix it on course. The noise is no turns below 3,600, and the engine notes upon reaching 1570, straight ahead 237 on the heading. Questions, comments, concerns, threats? No? Okay, cool, let's go. Waiting on our guys to still board up. Burke, you're on the ground. Sweet, sweet, sweet. We got a 777 over there on the right side over there taking off. I don't see anybody else near us. That's cool, Star. Nice, nice, nice. Yeah, I hope you find it there. You should find the livery there on flightsim.to. I've been enjoying the CRJ lately despite its many bugs. Yeah, it does have quite a few bugs, but it does the job. It does the job. In real life, do they wait to load bags after passenger? That's just GSX. In real life, we're loading both at the same time, and I'm actually about to just turn this off because I don't want to wait. I don't want to wait for that. So we're going to restart GSX. They take way too long, man. We would have been boarded. Like, it takes forever for these people to board. They do one at a time, with like military spacing between. But if you guys are ready to get going, let's go ahead and get the APU power fuel. We're going to get 5 things with that. The APU invite, LCV, SOV, doors open, the gauges appeared. This LCV actually shouldn't appear just yet until the APU started, but that's a bug. We'll press start. I'll give you some sounds outside. Now, we're not fueling the jet. If we were fueling the jet, we can't start up the APU. We're going to have to hold till the fueling is completed. But fueling has been completed, so we're all good. Pilot Cases, I don't know if I pronounced that properly, but thank you so much for stopping by. Where are you flying to, my friend? We're flying to Detroit. Detroit, Rock City. Star says, I'm assuming you're a real-world ATP. I'm working on my private in Southern Ontario right now, hoping to fly the CRJ someday. Yep, I fly this exact airplane. I fly the CRJ900 real-world. That's why I'm in a bit of a time crunch today, so I'm really just kind of rushing through it. And my briefs are quite quick. Anyways, the APU is all online. We can get the hydraulic 3A pump on. We can also go ahead and get the APU gen online. Let's go to the electric page. You can see we have the electric page. APU is blue, which means the power is good, but the generator is offline. So we'll just select the gen to auto. And now the generator is taken over from the ground power, so we can take the ground power off, and we can tell our ground crew to disconnect the ground power, disconnect the chocks. Parking brake is still on. We can also grab the packs on because people will start complaining about temperature any second. So the APUs has been on and configured properly with air and electrics. The hydraulic is on. Our pressurization can be set to the landing altitude of Detroit, which I don't know off the top of my head. So I'll press index, database, KDTW. And we got 650 feet. So we'll probably go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 480. 1, 2, 3. 660. Perfect. Close enough. Alrighty, so that's been all set. That is correct as well. That is all correct for the time being. We're not fueling, so the seatbelt sign can be turned on. Let's go ahead and connect the tug, and we'll be on the next part of the before start section, and we'll be basically ready to go. Let's go ahead and make sure all our doors are all closed. There we go. Now we'll get rid of that. We'll leave this on the doors page. Thanks, Star. Appreciate that. Yeah, it's pretty sweet little jet. Pretty cool little jet. We're gonna get up the CTAF, which is 18.7. Unless Toronto gets online again. He was online and he just left me, which is not very nice. Please set parking brakes immediately. There you go. Thought I had them already there, but sure. Really appreciate all you guys jumping in. Thank you so much for all the likes and all you guys being here. We're just going to go a straight pushback. That's what we normally do. And before we release the parking brake, we're going to go inside. We got the doors page, which is all checked in green. We can select fuel pump left and right. That's a bug, actually. Selecting one with the engines off should select both, but we'll fix that up. Beacon light can be turned on. The steering is off. Back to the status page, and parking brake is released. Thank you. There we go. Let me make sure there's no one here. Okay, good. I just kind of went. All right, guys. You guys ready for the Boris sounds? They're very, very, very good. So let's go ahead and set. We'll start number 2. Click and hold. Technically, the first flight of the day is start number 1, actually, but that's fine. And we'll press the timer. 90 seconds on a start. Looking for 20% N2 with an ITT below 120, which we are as well. And we can go ahead and add fuel. I'll give you guys the sounds back here.
Ladies and gentlemen, please pay attention, as we will now display the safety features of this aircraft.
Incredible sounds.
Sign is illuminated.
All right, let's go ahead and set parking brake. We'll stop the timer as well. Starting 1. Yeah, technically on a first flight of the day, I would have started number 1 first, did a fuel valve check, but we're not going to do that. We'll just say it's done.
Behind, lighting across the floor will indicate the pathways to the exits. In the unlikely event of a drop in cabin pressure, oxygen masks will drop from above. If this happens, pull down on the mask, place the mask over your nose and mouth, slip the elastic strap over your head, and breathe normally. In case of a water landing, life vests are located under your seat. Secure the vest around you and pull on the red strap to inflate it.
Awesome. Let's turn all that garbage off. I don't want to hear any PAs. Off.
Thank you for your attention.
Oh, wait, he's still on. But yeah, the sounds back here are really, really good. Anyways, we got 2 good engines. We'll press the electric page 1. We can see the engines have transferred over and the APU has been taken off the buses. Electric page DC page is all good as well. We'll press stat on that. And we'll collect the APU start, APU power fuel, our aft cargo can go on, our probes can go on. I'm going to lower the volume a bit there for you guys. Bring up the flight control page and the captain would check the rudder. We'll go full left, neutral, full right, neutral. We'll set the trim. Could have did that at the gate as well. We do the trim whenever we get our load final sheet. We want 6.3. 6.3, and I just found that number right here. Takeoff trim is where you find that. And that is it. We'll press the stat page back. We'll press the steering light, or steering switch on, and we are ready to go. Parking brake off, taxi light on. The airplane starts to roll in its own power. That is correct.
Toronto traffic, very good evening. Jazz 542 extend 109 taxi via 5 Alpha and Hotel to holding point runway 23 Jazz 542.
Toronto traffic, Jazz 775, taxiing Delta Tango, Charlie, runway 248. Alrighty. So we're gonna fly from the left, but we're gonna taxi from the. Sorry, we're gonna fly from the right. We're gonna taxi from the left, as there's no tiller on the right hand side. So we'll do a transfer of control type deal. Which would happen in real world. That sounds amazing. Yeah, it's the Boris sounds, guys. The Boris sound pack for this airplane is fantastic. Can't say good enough good things about Boris. It's really, really good. Brian Simpilot, hello, welcome. Thanks so much for stopping by. Bob says the cabin creaking as you taxiing really good. It is very, very good. Oh, actually, we probably would have went that way, but whatever. I guess I'm taking Delta. More than fine. Yeah, the cabin creaking is very good. Now watch this. Here you don't hear anything. You don't hear like any humming or anything. Watch when I bring the flaps down. You're gonna hear a hum, and that's the hydraulic 3A being pressured, or the all the hydraulics actually being pressurized. All the B pumps coming online. So we'll do our before takeoffs here. I'll get the flaps down first, and you guys will be able to hear it. I don't know if you can hear it in the background, but there's a little bit of a hum. A high-pitched hum, and that's the hydraulics there. Let's get on this taxi line. So flap 8 has been set. Our auto crossflow can go to manual. We can go to our flight control page. We can check our left side, our right side, nose down, nose up, all neutralized. And we would check our N1. We'll say that's good. I have nothing to reference it off of. Runway 24 right, runway heading of 237. 237 is set up to 5,000 feet. Flap 8s required. Flap 8s are set and checked and all that great stuff. So we're good to go. We would be just waiting on the cabin at this point. Hear that high pitch? That's the hydraulics. All the 1B, the 2B, the 3B, and the 3A. The 1A and the 2A, so all the hydraulic, all 6 pumps are running right now. When the flaps come out of 0, all the backup pumps come on, so you can hear them all. Alright, let's get back on the line. I'm taxiing like a drunk person here. Did you say auto throttle? No, there's no auto throttle in this at all. 0 auto throttle. I don't think I said auto throttle. There isn't, so I shouldn't have. Toronto traffic, it's Jazz 775, lining runway 24 right, Toronto. I haven't touched thrust once, guys. It's been idle this entire time. Alright, we're cleared to line up, so we'll get the strobe light on. We'll give the cabin a double chime. Even though that's the wrong sound, but anyways. We'll have a look at our messages here, which are hard to see with the glare, but we're all happy with those messages, so we'll press the stab button, and that will box those up. Anti-ice is not required, weather radar is not required either today, so we're all looking good on that front as well. Fun fact, the CRJ900 is actually longer than an A319. Love that groove runway sound. Alright guys, so we're going to click the toga button. We got TO, 2 rights verified, takeoff config is okay. We'll say we're clear takeoff, so we'll throw that on as well. We'll stand these engines up to 70-75%. See if they're stabilized. And we'll go into toga. Get your togas in chat, guys. I would have said you have control on the right-hand side. We're flying from the right. Thrust is set. That nose wheel spin up is amazing. 80 knots is checked. Sorry, I didn't put on the camera there. I feel like my profile is not correct, but there's V1 rotate. Oh, my profile is nowhere near correct right now, but that's okay. We'll reset Moza. Gear up. Click speed mode. We're at climb 161. We'll click nav mode. Heading FMS1 armed, or FMS2 armed, sorry. FMS2 captured. That's a very realistic thing. It took us a while to get to that on the update. There's level off there, so we're going to start nosing on down. I'm going to use my sync button here. And when I press sync, I'm going to go flap 1. You can see it says climb 173, sync, climb 180, sync, climb 189, flap 0, sync, accelerate to 250, climb thrust. And we can grab the after takeoff checks. We can grab the autopilot on. We can set 250 in the speed window there. Alright, the land light can come off. The reverses can come off. The auto crossflow can go to back to auto. And there's no one else here to give us higher, so I'm going to give myself higher. We're going to go all the way up to our cruise altitude of 22,000 feet. Lower that volume bit for you. We're going to go direct, let's see, let's go direct goose. We'll execute that. That didn't work properly. We'll do it again. This is all sorts of buggy. Yeah, see, that shouldn't be doing that. We'll do this goose. There we go. Yeah, this airplane has so many problems in this version. Absolute rocket ship. 3,000 a minute. Climb 250. Not uncommon to see it. I don't know, but at this weight, what are we, 72 grand? I don't know if, yeah, you might get it like that, but it seems a little too peppy right now. The one person who made me fall in love with the CRJ. Thank you so much, Insight. Appreciate you really much. Thank you for watching. It looks really long. It is a very long airplane, yeah. Well, not very long airplane, but it's longer than you'd think. It's longer than you think. That's for sure, anyways. Are they ever going to update the RJ again? They are updating it. I don't know how long it's going to take or what they're updating, but there is an update planned for it. Coming through 10,000 feet there, we'll grab the taxi light off, and our pressurization is all checked. The belts can go auto, and the radios will say are set as well. Now climbing through 10,000, we can either choose to accelerate with the speed knob, or what I like to do is vertical speed 1500, and we'll just select a faster speed. We'll do about 280. The reason I chose to choose vertical speed even in real life over scrolling the speed knob up is if you scroll the speed knob up, it will get to 280 knots, but it sometimes does 200 and 400 feet per minute to accelerate you. Whereas if I do 1500 feet per minute, I'm satisfying ATC with my climb, and I'm also accelerating at the same time. So now that we're getting close up to 280, all I'm going to do is I'm going to increase my vertical speed around now. We'll go to about 2,000, and I'm going to press the speed button. Climb 280. Perfect. It's a real life technique. Don't have to do that, but it's just a technique. Your old tutorials has helped me a lot, especially using the Jazz flight plan. Thank you so much. Yeah, we are making new tutorials as well. I've been slacking on recording them, but we do have some new tutorials that we are making. We have part 1 and part 2 that are already out, and part 3 will be out shortly as well. Give you guys some views from out here. Now, Detroit is very close, so we don't have that much time. We're going to start setting up for the arrival basically around now.
Traffic routine holding point runway 23, line up and take off Jazz.
I should probably go to 22.8 now. Click that button over. So, if you guys don't know the way I set up an approach, I set up the approach the same way in the CRJ that I do in a, you know, in the sim for a triple or an A340. If you stick by this, you'll pretty much nail every head you need to hit. So, it's weather, weights, plates. We even have an emoji based on it. If you guys are members of the chat, you can spam those emojis in there. Weather, weights, plates. Here comes transition. We'll click transition. Standard and standard. So we're going to get the weather first. The weather over there in Detroit. They got 10-mile viz. 210 at 12 knots. So it's VFR. They're probably using 21 left, I believe. Yeah, 2 and left for arrival is what we're going to have. So now that we have the weather and our arrival, we get our weight, so our landing weight. So weather is done, weights are next. Go to the perf page. And this is always wrong in here. So this hasn't updated since. Like if I update the fuel, let's do it better. Now it's updating. So don't worry about this number. This is broken currently. But anyways, if I go to over here, this is also broken. So let me... This should have a predicted landing fuel, which it doesn't. Oh, I never turned that on. Whoopie whoopies. There we go. That's why I have checklists. But yeah, that should have a predicting landing fuel in here. Regardless if I have an approach plugged in or not, it should have a predicted landing fuel. But it's not there, so I'm going to use the flight plan number. There's 21 for 22. The flight plan predicts us being there at 4,500 pounds of gas. Alt's cap. We're going to reduce our rate of this thrust just about there. Between the screw and climb usually works quite well as an initial starting point. So anyways, we're landing with 4,500 pounds. Our zero fuel weight is 65,000 pounds. So 65 plus 4 is 69. 500 plus 2 is 7. So we're going to be 69,700 pounds upon landing. We're accelerating just a little bit. I'll reduce my thrust just a wee bit more. Right about there. So we come over here and we go takeoff and landing. The airport is going to be KDTW. We'll insert that. Runway 21 left. It's dry. Refresh the METAR. We're going to weigh 69,700 pounds, give or take. Right on VREF. Reversers. Don't have any credit for that. And we're using about 30,000 feet. That's not too bad. And we have 8,500 feet to work with. So more than enough room to get this thing stopped. Now, the speed cards here, the V2 Grow and the VT, are calculated quite well. These are pretty accurate. The VREF speed, however, is way off. A 142 landing is like weighing 74,000 pounds, which we're at 69,000 pounds. So we're actually be roughly a 138, 137 kind of landing card, roughly. So we're not going to use that. We're going to use 137. However, we are going to press set on that. We are going to press set on the VFTO as well. So weather weights have been done. Now we got to do plates, which is the ILS approach plate for runway 21 left. 21 left. Now if you're flying a different airplane with auto brakes, during that weight section, defining your speeds and your landing weight, you can set your auto brake setting with that as well. But anyways, the ILS 21 left, it is a frequency of 1115. Put that both in there. The MDA of 832, so 840 when you round it up. As we can't in the RJ set 32, we can't set individual numbers. It only goes up by 10, this number here. So 840 is what we're going to set. Alrighty, and lastly is the FMS. So we're just going to set up the FMS here. So departure, arrival, Detroit. Next page, 21 left. And that'll be via rider. We'll press legs. We're still going to Goose, so we'll put Goose up there. And I don't think... Do we have ATC in Detroit? Oh, we do. Okay, so we'll... Technically, this wouldn't be connected, but it did connect itself, so we'll just leave it. This should be not connected right now. This rider point shouldn't be there, but that's fine. We're going to be runway 21 left, a ref of 137 is our ref speed. We'll throw that in there. On the misapproach, over to gauge, holding at 207, last 4,000 feet. We'll get that in there and press execute. So we're all done on that front. We are now set up for the ILS 21 left. A quick briefing for that would be it'd be a visual ILS or a visual approach 21 left, page 11-5, effective 10th of October. Freaks are all tuned. Final approachers of 216. Glide path check Pukel is 2,000. The MSA at DXO VOR is 2,800 feet. The misapproach is runway heading. Left turn 4,000. Outbound to radial 122 doors. Gauge, holding a gauge at 4,000 feet. In the event of a misapproach, either person can call Goron, including ATC. Select toggle button, check thrust, flap, 8 gear, up speed mode, heading mode with the autopilot on through 600 feet. And we'll go from there in white needles over to gauge. And you guys would be considered all briefed. We can go and turn the belts. Already did that. Belts are already auto, so everyone can take their P's and poos. And we'll get back to the chat here. This Detroit flight in real life does go really quickly. We don't really set up and brief that quickly, but they are very quick, these flights here. Now in real life, you'll notice that it says above 240 on this arrival. So in real life, we actually get a check flight plan in yellow here, and that'll always stay there because technically we're not really flying the star properly, but we flight plan to this and they know we're coming every time, so it's not a problem for us. Flight Simmer 165 says, hey, CMC5, is the CRJ chasing the GPS back and forth on sharp turns in real life as it does in the sim? No, it doesn't really do that. In the sim, it's really bad right now, the LNAV, and going direct with the legs page is very broken in this sim as well, unfortunately. Captain Shark, glad I finally got you, watch you live CRJ stream. I've been back to flying it the last 2 weeks and after a few months. Well, thank you so much for stopping by. I hope you're enjoying so far. We're kind of doing a bit of a rushed job today, as we already did a stream earlier. We did a stream on the 777. We did Singapore to not Gibraltar. I keep trying to say Gibraltar. Singapore to. I always forget the name of that place. Jakarta. Jakarta. There we go. I always forget the name of that place. But now that my girlfriend's home, she wants to play a little bit of Fortnite. So I'm doing a bit of a. Quick flight here, quick little hop over the border. Appreciate all you guys being here. Your older turtles, oh, I read that one already. Tyler Rocks, hello, welcome. Michael Flowley, welcome. Thank you so much for stopping by, guys. Appreciate you guys being here. I know you guys do like the CRJ stream, so we'll probably stream the CRJ tomorrow as well, as I know you guys do like to watch these. We'll do a bit of a longer one tomorrow. Guys, also be sure to go check out my guy, More Right Rudder. He is live on his channel. He is a real 747 pilot. So one of the best jets ever created. Flies the 400 and Dash 8. So be sure to check him out. I'll put his link in the chat there for you. Mr. Fly with Lotto, hello, welcome, welcome. What time tomorrow? I might want to learn this plane. We're probably going to be around 11 in the morning. But if not, maybe 1 p.m. We can maybe do that stream, Lotto, if you like that buddied up stream, where we can I can help you through Discord call or something like that. But for sure, we're gonna be live tomorrow. Sucks I'm not home right now, or else I've been flying with it. No worries, no worries. We're kind of doing a bit of a quick little stream today in the RJ land. Go ahead and sync up our heading with where we're going. Lotto, if you have an autopilot panel, it really helps with this airplane. Really, really helps. Yeah, Lotto, he's live. Go check him out, Mr. More Right Rudder. The link is in the chat there, guys. He's flying the 737-800. I'll post his link in my Discord as well, so you guys go check him out. I thought I heard more left pedal. I was about to say, that's my buddy who flies PC24 on YouTube. Yeah, no, he's More Right Rudder is his name. More Right Rudder. All right, got a restriction coming up, so I'm going to slow down for 280 knots there. Got a nice headwind working in our favor there, 45 knot headwind. Now, because it's 45 knots, we'll call it 50 knots. We'll take our regular standard descent path of 4.0 and increase that to 4.5 with the headwind that we do have. You know, actually, I'll do 4.4 just in case. It's probably going to drop off. So every 10 knots of headwind is 0.1. If it's a headwind, we increase. If it's a tailwind, we decrease this number by 0.1. And that'll move your top of descent a little bit. So the number we're concerned about is really... Top Gun at 14 grand, Hollywood at 1,000, all wanting 1,000 a minute, so we're more than fine. We're gonna wait till these say about 2,500 feet per minute. I have you on my TV. I'll watch him on my phone. Nice, Lotto. Nice. Appreciate you, my friend. Guys, go check out Mr. Fly with Lotto. I don't think I said that yet. Go check out Fly with Lotto. He's on YouTube. He's on TikTok. He's on Instagram. He's on Twitch. He's on LinkedIn. He's on... What else is he on? He's on every streaming platform you can possibly think of. He's on Instagram as well. I don't know if I said that. Go check out Mr. Fly with Lotto. Soon he's going to be on Facebook as well. Awesome, awesome guy. Hopefully I get to meet you in the expo this year, by the way. That'd be really cool. It's looking like still only needs 900 feet per minute. 7,000 at Chester only wants 1,300 feet per minute. If we started a descent right now, we would do 1,300 a minute to meet that. But we're gonna wait till these are a little higher of a number. We like in the CRJ, we'd like idle thrust at 3,000 feet per minute. So we're just waiting until this starts to creep up a little bit more. Now, we're not going to wait until this says 3,000 feet per minute, because if we do 3,000 feet per minute when it tells me to, we're going to have no time to slow down. So we're going to go at 3,000 feet per minute here when this says roughly 26. And that'll lead us, that'll have a lot of time to slow down for 250 at 10,000 feet. Is it true the loc doesn't always work in real life? Yes, the localizer in real life is usually pretty bad at capturing. So much so that some airports, when we're flying into, before we get there, there's actually a message that prints out from the printer that says, there's been various erroneous localizer captures in this aircraft, be wary, da 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 da, and it talks about that. So what we do to combat that is we go progress page, next page, and once we sequence the approach, I only arm the approach once we're inside 1 mile of track, and that usually helps in real life. And it also helps if you're under about 12 to 14 miles. Outside of 14 miles in real world, I've seen a lot of false captures as well. The locs to the left, the airplane turns right. It's kind of funny, actually. It does it in real life all the time. So I don't think they modeled that on purpose, but that is kind of what it does. You do have to watch it just like you do in real life. Probably sliding 2-1 left. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it. If you didn't, I'd disconnect. I'm just joking. Since he doesn't remember, I'm saying he can't fly the CRJ without it. Oh yeah, do you have the Boris sound pack for the RJ? I think about getting it. Yeah, the Boris sound pack is absolutely fantastic. We're rocking it right now. It is really, really, really good. Would you guys like a 10:30 p.m. stream tonight, or an 11 p.m. stream, like a late stream? Would you guys watch that? Because maybe I'll get all my Fortnite out at like 7:30. Play for 2 hours and come back and stream. I might be down for that as well. Oh wait, let me fix my Moza profile. I forgot about that because it's flying super strangely. I'm gonna disconnect the autopilot really quickly. It's actually not terrible. I gotta stiffen up the roll a little bit. That's better. Alright, autopilot re-engaged. FMS2, and we're still alt hold. Let's go ahead and set 7,000 feet. $7,000 feet is set. There's a bug in this airplane as well. Whenever you change the altitude, even though you're in alt hold mode, the airplane just starts to drift, which it doesn't do in real life. You can see the restriction coming up is 280 knots, above 11, below 14,000 feet. Now, to make that restriction at Top Gun, it has 14 in its brain, not 11. And for 14,000, it wants 2,000 feet almost per minute. For 11,000, it probably wants more like 2,500 a minute. We're going to wait a little bit longer, and then we're going to start down. You can see 7,000 feet wants 2,000 feet per minute. So we're going to wait till these are a little bit steeper. It's only a 3-degree slope. We want a 4-degree slope. So we're going to keep driving to this position. I know it's very unnerving to do this, but you'll get very confident and comfortable doing it. Keep in mind, you always have spoilers if you need as well. Other thing I got to keep in mind is idle thrust 3,000 a minute gives you 290 knots, not 280. This is limited to 280, so we might have to do a bit of a shallower descent. So we might do 2,800 feet per minute at 25 or 24 when required there. So the top of descent in this airplane really isn't the top of descent as an RJ pilot. In real life it is, it's better. But in the sim you kind of have to just work the numbers out in your own brain. So we need 2,200 feet per minute. We can basically start down now. Now it wants 2,300 feet per minute. So let's go ahead. We're going to click vertical speed. And we're going to select it down to about 2,800 a minute. And again, I normally do 3,000. Idle thrust, but because it needs 280 knots, because the star requires 280 knots, we're going to go a little less than 3,000 feet per minute. And the other thing is, you can see it wants 23 to make this waypoint, but I'm doing 28, and that's so I can go ahead and have a lot of time to slow down if I need to. Now, if I wanted to activate the top of descent to this waypoint right now, I can press this, and I can press that button right there, and it doesn't work. So it doesn't even work. But you'd activate the top of descent, and if you had VNAV, it would work as well. The NGs do it a lot better. But it's just about knowledge of the airplane. I know that the airplane at 3,000 feet per minute would start to accelerate a little bit faster sometimes, depending on the conditions. So we're going a little less than required here. A little less than our profile, but we're still at idle thrust. So we're still all good. Infinity says, I'd watch and maybe join you. Thanks, yeah, well, appreciate you. We're just about to end this this flight coming up here, but we will be live again tomorrow for sure. Oh, you said you'll watch at 10 p.m. I see what you mean, at the late stream. Okay, okay. I'll keep that in mind. Jason says, biggest issues with the INI TriStar? Flight model feels weird. Performance was good, but now it seemed like weird, but I think performance is actually okay now. But basically just the flight model is a little weird to me. Other than that, I think it climbs way too well, and I think it descends way too steeply. I don't think an airplane can get 7,000 feet per minute and accelerate, and I don't think an airplane can go 7,000 feet per minute in a nose down and hold its speed without even spoilers out. But other than that, it's good. We can press the B button to get our altimeter set. We'll quickly check what the actual altimeter is. Refresh the weather. 2984, that's perfect. We're 2984. And you can see that we got to be above 11, below 14 grand. And right now we're set to 7,000. If we keep this vertical speed of 2,700 feet per minute, we're going to be at 7,000 right there, which we don't want because we're going to be above 8. However, this doesn't take into account that we got to slow down. You can see Hollywood needs 1,500 feet per minute now. As we get lower, our true airspeed also starts to drop down, by the way. I'm going to put a little bit of boards out just for the 280 knots. Although they don't really care in real life if you're a little bit above it. But just to say we did. There you go. Awesome. So we've made it below 14. We're 280 knots. So we met that restriction. Now 10,000 feet needs 1,200 a minute. Let's take the spoilers away. We're going to select 1,200 feet per minute. Going to add just a little bit of thrust, just so we don't decelerate too quickly, but we are going to select 250 knots, as we are going to slowly decelerate once we go below 10 here. Usually I like 12 at 12, so 12,000 feet per minute. Sorry, 1,200 feet per minute at 12,000 works out quite well. So we'll go idle thrust basically right now, and the speed will start to drop off. The spoilers have been retracted. It's all about energy descent planning. A lot more fun, in my opinion, than VNAV. VNAV is pretty slick though, but if this will get you cross-checking your VNAV. If you ever fly the 777 or planes like that, and you're like, why is a plane descending like that? You can work out a lot better why it's doing what it's doing. Got to contact me at 26225.
Factory 75 to Detroit approach, runway 22 left, taxi via Zulu. 22 left.
And we're just idle thrust coasting down to 250.
FedEx 375 heavy. Factory 75 heavy, just advise you have Mike, it does keep at the Metro altimeter, it's 2984. 2984, and we got Mike, FedEx 375 heavy. Thanks.
Detroit approach, Jazz 775, descending via the Top Gun 2 with Mike.
Jazz 775 Detroit approach, squawk 5124.
5124, Jazz 775.
Sure.
5724. I already forgot what he said. Close enough. Transponder is on, number 2. No, he said 5124. Let's do that again.
775, it's 5124, you're close.
5124, just change it for you, Jazz 775, thanks. Had to rewatch my video. There we go. There's coming up on 10,000 feet. We'll go lights on. The pressurization is checked. The belts, 1. I have been double dung. Cabin's advised. We'll go ahead and...
Jazz 775 radar contact, Metro altimeter 2984, planning ILS 21 left.
Planning ILS 21 left, Jazz 775, thanks. So yes, through 10,000. Lights out on. A pressurization check. The belts have been double dung. The cabin is advised. Approach briefing completed. Approach checklist complete. And the altimeters are all set. 2884. Got some clouds coming up ahead. We are 4 degrees in SAP at 16 on the TAT, so no anti-ice is required.
Yeah, 775 vector for the approach. Fire present heading. Just set to maintain 4,000.
Present heading down to 4,000, Jazz 775. So heading sync heading mode. 4,000 feet is set. We're going to sequence this approach, which means I'm going to basically delete all this garbage out of the way. And we'll take it in from Tigres. Bring that to the top, and that doesn't, nope, that's not at all what I requested it to do. This is the problem. This is where it's very buggy in the sim. That part worked. There we go. I'll just walk it up. So Tigres, intercept course of 216. We'll throw that in here. We'll execute that, and that cleans it all up. We can go green needle. Actually, we're going to stay in white needles for the time being because I want my blue preview ILS to pop up. And once that blue preview ILS pops up, I'll go green, and in real life, the approach course will auto set for me. I don't think it works in the sim. I'm pretty sure it doesn't, but we'll try it out. So it looks like we're doing quite good. We're 250 knots. We're going to be 4,000 feet just before Robbie, and Robbie wants us at 5, so that's looking like it's going to be working out pretty well. There's our blue needle preview ILS. We'll select over. The approach course should be 216. It is not. We'll set it anyways.
FedEx 375, heavy, ready to go. Affirmative.
We'll set it with the course knob here.
FedEx 375, heavy, RNet, so winners, runway 22 left, clear for drop. RNet, winners, 22 left.
All right, 216, and we'll go green needles on the left-hand side as well. This has already been preset. That's great. Now we're in green needle navigation. This is VOR or ILS navigation, so we're all good to go. Still in the cloud, but no anti-icing is required. Everything is going well.
And approach FedEx 375 heavy. I'm doing a sleds-only takeoff, so I'm going to do a static takeoff here. I'm going to spool up this about 20 seconds on the brakes and then take off. Is that okay? FedEx 375 heavy, that's fine with me. You're the only departure here, actually.
Biggest issue with, right, that one. Good evening, received my wing control rudder pedals today. Quite the piece of gear. All metal versus all plastic with my 7-year-old Stay-Type pedals. Yeah, Viper, the wing control pedals are fantastic, my friend.
I'm going to go, I have my similar up in tower view. I'm just going to shoot the takeoff. This should be interesting.
I have them as well.
Yeah, my buddy flew this thing, and before he went to the 777, he told me it was really rare that they did it, but they did do it a couple times on the A300.
I see.
Do you play Fortnite on your flight sim setup? I do. What I do is I take my yoke off the table, and then basically I have a keyboard and mouse, and I'm ready to go. Well, that's kind of it. I reduced my rate of descent to about 1,000 feet per minute. I'm just getting that. You know what? Actually, we're gonna keep it. We're gonna actually go descend.
Jazz 775 to 7 maintain 3,000.
Descend 3,000, Jazz 775. We're gonna go descend 250. Idle thrust 3,000 set and confirmed. Let's see where this places us here. It's a little steep. Let's go back to vertical speed. We'll do about 1,300 feet per minute. We'll add our thrust back in. In the States, they like to keep you at 250 knots. They don't really like you slowing down in the States until they tell you to slow down. So we're going to keep it rocking at 250. But I do want a little bit of time to slow down. So what I am going to do is I'm going to go vertical speed of about 1,600 feet per minute, a little less thrust. And that's going to put me leveling off a little earlier. And I can keep idle thrust and just slow all the way down on my speed. So we're keeping it rocking. There's all energy management. The other good thing about the CRJ is if you can reference these speeds.
775 speed, balance discretion.
Our discretion, Jazz 775. The other thing about the speeds on the RJ is very good is you can get flap 8 all the way at 230 knots, and you can get gear and flap 20 at 220 knots. So you can get a lot of drag hanging out at 220 knots if you really need it. I'm going to go ahead and sequence 216. I'm going to get rid of all this garbage here. Go ahead and go to 1,000 feet per minute or so. There's four for 3,000 feet. We have about 2 minutes till we're there. And that's being 2 minutes, so yeah, it'll work out. We'll be about 800 feet per minute. Should work out just fine. The glide slope is coming up alive as well. It's all about TLAR. I don't know if you guys heard about TLAR before, but it's called That Looks About Right. It's a lot of bit just fun, you know, it's a lot of just setting something, see how it works out. Am I going to have time to slow down, blah, blah, blah. You're kind of just figuring it out as you go, but you get used to certain numbers as you keep doing it over and over again. So we'll do about 400 feet a minute at this point. I'm trying to push this as close as I can over there.
75, heading 230, you're 11 miles from Zitka. Maintain 2,400 till establish on the localizer. Cleared ILS runway 21 left approach.
Heading of 230, and then we're cleared to intercept ILS runway 21 left. We're till 3,000 feet there, Jazz 775.
Jazz 775, it'll be 2,400 till established.
2,400 till established, Jazz 775, thanks. We can do that. 2,400. Let's go progress page. Next page, we're still 1.6 off of track.
Departure, better contact, climbing saying 17,000.
17,000 FedEx 375 Heavy. That was pretty interesting. I used up most of the runway.
Oh yeah, I saw you. I thought you were going to overrun.
Yeah.
There we go, 1.1.
I don't know.
We'll start slowing it back a little bit here.
He told me, but they did it a couple times.
And we're under 1 mile. Basically, I'm left of track. And we're going to be under a mile any second here. I don't think it's going to work, but there it is, under a mile. We'll arm approach. We got Loc, it should say Loc 2, glide slope arm. Alt's cap at 2,400. I got the field in sight, Jazz 775. That's for a visual.
Jazz 775, cleared straight and visual approach, runway 21 left.
Clear straight and visual approach, 21 left, Jazz 775. Alright, missed approach altitude set. We'll go back to vertical speed to catch the glide slope there. Flap 8 has been set. We'll grab the gear down. Flap 20. Let's get the flight recorder all started.
And short approach, FedEx 375 Heavy, are you a pilot yourself?
FedEx 375, I'm doing my private training out of Southern Ontario.
Okay. I fly the Diamond DA40. I do mostly aerobatics now. I fly the extra 300 in the pits.
Our flap 45, gears down.
Where do you fly out of?
We'll get the reversers all armed.
I fly out of Willow Run Airport and Pontiac Airport here in Michigan.
That's nice.
Grabbing that glide slope back on.
I started on the DA20s and then most of my time's on the DA40.
Trying to get the flight recorder to press record. There we go.
775, runway 21 left, clear to land.
Good land, 21 left, Jazz 775, thanks. Alright, center land light is on.
FedEx 375 Heavy out of 10,000, resume normal speed.
Got us a nice tight spacing on that one. There's glide slope captured. Correcting speed. These flight directors are quite hard to see in the sim, but we're visual at the runway as well. Alright, so we're going to correct height and we're going to correct on our localizer here, just a little bit. Check stable. Just fixing the cameras there. Seems like my any build scenery didn't load, but I think it might be loaded. I'm not sure. We'll check it out here.
Approach hello, Spirit Wings 3627 with information, Mach flight level 200.
3627 to toward approach, the altimeter is generate 4.
Getting a little low, correcting that.
Second ILS to 1 left, Spirit Wings 3627 and requesting descent.
3627, descend via the bonds to arrival. The metro altimeter is 284, landing south.
Send via the bonds to 2984 and landing south, Spirit Wings 3627.
A little too much flare. It's fine. Make it up. Reverses. Hold that nose up. And manual braking. Through 90 knots. I use Reshade Gusty Aviation. Reshade. Go ahead and install those reversers. Noser steering is acting a little weird with my rudder. Can't wait till I get a tiller, guys.
Jazz 775, welcome to Rock City. That looked like a good landing from my end. Turn right on Whiskey, taxi northbound Whiskey, hold short of Victor.
Northbound on Whiskey and short of Victor, Jazz 775. Thanks so much. All right, let's get my airport chart all out here. Should have taken that right turn. We're going to take it now.
Good evening.
See ya.
This airplane in real life can also crank its nose. This is completely unrealistic of how I have to like slow down to like 2 knots to do this. It can really crank. Even at like 6 knots, 8 knots, it can do it. We'll grab the flaps all the way up. And you want you short of Victor, which is a little bit of ways down there. We'll grab the landing light off, the strobe light off as well.
Jazz 775, I'll make it quicker for you. Amendment to your instructions, taxi Whiskey, Papa 3, hold short, runway 3 left.
Whiskey Papa 3 and short 3 left. Jazz 775, thanks.
Jazz 775, roger. And where do you enter the ramp? What taxiway?
Where do we enter? Usually at Kilo to Echo for gate Delta 24.
Delta 24.
Reshade is beautiful. It is. It is gorgeous. What else I was doing? Sorry, flaps up. Spoilers are not spoilers. Lights are off. Aft cargo is off. Probes have been selected off. And weather array wasn't used, so we're pretty good on that front. We'll stop the recording. Happened pretty quickly, that little approach there. We got given a pretty tight turn in final there. I wasn't expecting the tight turn. Well, that's okay. We made it work. Just get nice and slow. As I said, guys, you can grab the gear, the flaps, and everything. On a visual approach like that, you got to be stable within 500 feet. So you can keep the boards out. You can keep descending at 1,500 feet per minute if you need to, up until 500 feet. Then you got to be on a stable approach criteria. On an IFR approach, you got to be stable at 1,000 feet. So we wouldn't have been vectored as we were, but because I said field and sight, we got given the a quick little approach there. White needles on both. Starting APU. Is this the in-build scenery? It doesn't look good enough to be the in-build scenery.
Jazz 775 at Papa 3, cross runway 3 left, taxi Mike 3, Foxtrot, call the ramp, have a good night.
Crossing 3 left at Papa 3 and then over to ramp on Mike 3. It's Jazz 775, thanks.
Good night.
Is ramp online? I don't think ramp's online, but I'll just do what I want, basically. I think he said Foxtrot cost 9 left, though, so we'll just do that as well. I can't read back things tonight. I'm going all over the place today. I'm all out of it. This does not seem like any builds. You guys know the drills, though. We ain't going to do any of this taxi stuff. We're going to go ahead and disconnect from VATSIM. We're going to go ahead and get the airplane back to where it should be. So we'll go flaps to full. Go ahead and shut off the APU. Get that light on. Get the strobe light back on. We'll get the aft cargo. Oops, nope. I'm trying to get it over here. Back on. Probes back on. And we'll select our replay if you guys are happy with it.
Don't sink. Don't sink. 300.
Okay, I'm going to do a drone view. And we're going to press track aircraft. Get a little closer. And we'll press play. Not too bad, not my best, not my worst. Definitely not my worst. Over flared it just over there. And then we kind of just came down a little bit hard. That's okay. Sorry for the turns, though. I normally control busy Los Angeles, where we have you turning so quick. Not used to the quiet bats. No, it's all good, my friend. No worries, no worries. I don't think so. It doesn't look like any. Yeah, I don't think it is the any build scenery. I think I screwed up on that one. If we were going through the airport, yeah, ground textures don't look bad, but the terminal's not. Whoa, not right. Maybe default any enabled defaults overlapping. That's probably what's happening. It's probably what's happening. Nice, nice, nice. Put the sounds up for you. Nose gear sound Boris designed on that one. Don't know how he does that. Beautiful looking airplane. And we got caught by the Microsoft lift. A wall of ground effect. Let's do another one. Always have fun doing this. Stop replay, record.
1,000.
Let's do one more.
1,000.
Yep, check. Put my controls back on so you guys can see. Turn the flight director off. I don't really need those. Yeah, we'll go back to Google Needles. Sorry for the camera glare there. Check stable. In real life on an ILS approach, it actually doesn't call out 500. Only on an RNAV or a non-precision approach.
400.
At least on the jet side. We have to actually.
300.
The pilot monitoring has to verbally say 500.
200.
Come on, airplane. Do what I'm telling you to do. This flight model's kind of garbage at 24.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10.
Oh, it's nicer. Crack the reverse, all that kind of stuff.
Don't sink. 400.
Aviation Bros, hello, welcome, welcome. How was the landing? The first one was not bad. It was a nice, safe landing. The second one was a greaser. But the first one was not bad either.
Don't sink. 50. Don't sink. 40.
Beauty. I don't think I can even replicate that. Even in real life, you'll have like a beautiful landing. Like, I don't even know how I did that.
50,
The RJ is a very
40,
strange airplane to land.
30. 20. 10.
I'm getting all this weird stuff in the replay, but
Minimums. 500.
let's make it a little darker.
Don't
so you guys
sink.
can see a bit more of
Don't
the,
sink. Don't sink. Don't sink.
You guys are a little short here.
Don't sink. 5. Don't sink.
Kind of wish that would go away, so my short would have that in the
400.
Don't mind the
Don't sink.
overheated brakes.
300. Don't sink. Don't sink.
Turn the
200.
camera off, I guess. Exactly more.
Don't sink. 1.
Yeah, I could do these landings all day, guys. I really could. And you know what? I'm going to do one more, and then we're going to call it a night. Even though that was probably going to be the better one. But we're just having fun. I love doing this stuff. I love just going for landings and practicing them. Hopefully, if you guys see in the yoke movements I'm making, hopefully it helps in some sort of way. I find like there's a point in this aircraft where like my pitching, the airplane's like not doing anything. It's a little strange, but... Some weight turbulence action going on. At least that's what it feels like.
400. 400. 400.
Correcting the height.
300. Sink rate. 200.
Shouldn't have spit out a sink rate for 800 a minute, but 1,000 maybe. I think it's 11 or 12 it spits it out.
100. 50. 40. 30. 20. 10. Minimums.
That's another thing
Don't
too. I've
sink.
tried to get the
5.
flight model to fix was
Don't sink. 400.
the bouncing. This airplane is
400.
actually pretty
Don't
hard
sink.
to bounce. Even if you smash it, it like doesn't bounce.
Don't
It just
sink.
stays stuck on the ground.
Don't sink.
Flight delayed, so here I am in the hotel watching stream. Welcome, Raid.
Don't
Yeah, we're doing
sink.
some practice fun landings in the RJ. We already did one. The first
Don't
one was not
sink.
bad actually. Second one was a greaser. Now we're on our fourth.
Don't sink.
Just having some fun. We're gonna end the stream here. Making it a little longer for you guys. It's a bit of a
100.
short stream.
Don't sink.
I do gotta get going though.
50. 40. Don't sink. 30. 20. 10.
A little bit of yoke pressure up. A little bit of rudder. Crack the reverse. Move that nose. Keep the aileron input, guys. Keep that aileron input. Don't let it go on landing. Keep that input in. Manual brake and all that kind of stuff. Blah blah blah. That was a good one.
Don't sink.
Yeah, nice solid landing.
Don't
solid
sink.
landing.
300. 200.
Don't sink.
100.
Whatever. Thanks, medic. Thanks. Alright guys, well with that we are going to go ahead and call it a day. Do a couple more replays here and then we're gonna call it done. We'll be back in the CRJ very soon, don't worry. We might do DC-8 tomorrow. We'll try to get the river visual in there. I've never been able to get the river visual on stream. So maybe we'll do Detroit back to Toronto and then Toronto over to DCA. That might be a good one for tomorrow. I'll call it 5 o'clock. Or do you guys want to do it in the morning? Maybe even do it tonight. I'm all over the place. I just do random stuff, so. I really appreciate that. Thank you for joining as well. Adam, we got to do the CRJ multi-crew here soon. I think that'd be a lot of fun if we got to do that. But guys, we're gonna end it on this stream, this replay right here. Make it a little bit brighter for you guys, kinda. There we go. And we will end it there. Thank you to all you guys who came out and watched and support me over the years. Super says, nice landing. Thank you so much. Appreciate it. And that'll be it for me. Bye-bye, guys.